when you made that joke and then he started calling you the F slur, and then they start throat clutching over the Muslim joke, I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys, this is what you guys are like terrified of?
You know how on the left, you know how like the trans stuff is like you can't say anything about it? Like when somebody's like trans, the armor protects you from every insult. On the right, they've discovered that it's Islam. As soon as you've like basically equipped your Islam armor, yeah, like you can't make fun of the religion, you've got to respect all these tenets, you got to, even though these guys have like literally never cracked open a Quran in their life. You could literally, like, this would be so funny. Like put Sneako and Adin Ross. Oh, it's so fake.
It's forced because you guys are your free speech, jokes are okay, laugh about whatever you want, then you make a Muslim joke and then they lose it.
You have to seek truth through funny, that's my motto.
Freedom of speech is dead.
Destiny's saying that he hates Islam again. There's certain things that you just shouldn't joke about. Not only is it not worth it for you, but some things should fully be taken seriously. You shouldn't parody.
I understand the argument you're making. I think the more prescient argument is I think people don't actually have principles of like free speech. When conservatives say they want freedom of speech, what they really mean is,
brother, what happened? Like, well, listen, like, I don't.
Nothing. This grown 40-year-old virgin.
So what are you talking about?
Y'all gotta tell me if there's beef, so I don't bring you on together.
Hey, Train, this 40-year-old demonic right here, right?
Easy on that. What'd you call him? Train. We are reaching levels of satanic that you've never even thought possible.
You are.
Okay, that's where we're at right now on this podcast.
I forced myself to not say that word anymore.
Yep. I told you, you're satanic. I feel it. I see your energy. Mitt feels the energy too.
100%.
It's
Jesus, guys, what the f?
You know what? I agree with everything you said.
Thank you.
Guys,
are you religious, Adin? Are you religious, Adin?
I don't have the best relationship right now as I possibly can with God, but
I am so sorry to you, guy.
I believe in a higher power.
Devin, the translation is right now in like the manosphere, whatever the people inhabit. They like to pretend that they're religious because it gets some credit with their fans, and then they do a bunch of debauchery in the meantime.
That's really.
When's the last time you set foot in any holy building?
What religion does Adin even?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's Jewish.
Look at his hair, dude. I went to a mosque recently out of respect for my friend.
Out of respect for what friend? What was he, a suicide bomber? What do you mean you went to a mosque?
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're gonna die, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
We are.
Yeah, this is one of these ones.
One of these ones.
Like I said, bro.
Everyone's used foul language here.
It's not that. It's just when you disrespect people's religion, it's really, really ignorant. You know.
Why the? You're not even religious, bro. That's the biggest LARP I've ever heard about.
I respect my friend's religion. I said I went to a mosque to respect my friend.
I don't even know your friend. Why would I respect his religion?
But you just said something about a suicide bombing joke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, was he a suicide bomber? If it was, I'm sorry. I take it back. My bad.
It's not that at all.
I hope it was a nice vest at least. Okay, jeez.
I'm just saying.
Where are we at? What's the next topic?
XQC's joining in like 2 minutes. I want to know what the fuck.
I can see why your relationships don't work out.
Like your relationship with God or your relationship with the gym?
You're 40 years old with a fucking child. I pray for your child, but you're a horrible father.
That's great. Hey, listen. At least I'm self-made. I didn't have to beg Andrew Tate for every single part of my career.
I mean, I was rich before Tate.
I'm sure you were rich, but it wasn't because of shit that you did. I don't even get credit for your dad's business, dude.
Brody, we go anywhere in public. No one knows who you are. Everyone knows who I am. So that's all I'm saying.
Yes. Nobody knows who I am. Everybody knows who's that one guy that I thought was gay from Andrew Tate's stream. That's the only thing knows about.
You're a 40-year-old. You're a 40-year-old.
Adin, chill. Adin.
Wait, can I apologize to Adin first, though, so that we're cool?
I apologize because the shit you said about the mosque was kind of.
It was. I'll apologize for that. I don't know if you can hear me. He might have me muted right now. I'm not sure.
Adin, you ever muted?
I don't know if there's gonna be a real one.
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Listen, Adin, we had a conversation, before. I think the best thing we can do is make the world a better place, and the best way we can do that is for you to f*** yourself. Love you. Bye.
See, I fucking sniffed it out from that. I sniffed it out from the rat. No, there's no shot.
Adin, send the goons. Send the goons after him, Adin.
I don't know what you were saying. Come on, man. That shit's not gonna be real.
All right.
Well, Adin, you have full.
He did say he was sorry.
You have full permission.
He apologized.
Do whatever you. That was fucked up. I did not. I should have known better, but I did not.
Bro, Train, I don't care. Now I can actually talk.
I think that's just Destiny's way of just saying I love you, right?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a complicated guy.
Really can I actually talk now?
Yeah.
You could have talked the whole time, but you were being a little bitch about it.
No, I actually got texts, Nick. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't talk.
No way. Okay, my bad.
Him and fucking Destiny were subtweeting each other.
No,
were they really? You guys are going at it?
Really?
He was trying to get my Twitter community deleted. He's trying to tell people to spam report it, but nobody did.
Actually?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. It's all good.
Man, we right here in the call and all that bitch shit's going on, huh?
Literally.
Crazy. That's wild, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
Is that wild?
Can I now speak?
Yes, go. My bad, yeah.
Thank God. I was silenced.
No.
Hey, mentally or there. Hey, W's in chat for Myth. W's in chat for Myth. He said what I couldn't.
I don't.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Somebody just. Well, I heard somebody was talking shit as soon as I left. Did it happen? Wait, what?
Wait, we need Rage's opinion. He's been quiet down there, bro. You need to speak up. Come on.
This isn't.
Everybody knows I hate that hypocrisy and that bullshit, but like it's not changing. I want it to change.
Listen, are you back?
I was asking you, do you have
wait.
Are you
wait.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious about that too, man.
Don't be fucked up.
He did like a fake exit to cause drama to come back because he's young. Okay, go ahead, Destiny.
What are you talking about? Wait, hold on.
Back?
No, I'm high. I heard somebody was talking shit. I left.
Who?
I don't know. My whole chat said
the streets saying you trying to get somebody's Twitter community deleted.
You just said you tried deleting a Twitter community, which...
Oh, Aiden's community should be spam report off the internet. Yeah, they've been posting pictures of my family and my address for the past 2 hours.
That's good.
Yeah, Aiden's not doing shit. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Aiden, come on, bro. Aiden,
you're Aiden. You are fine. Aiden, come on,
Aiden, I have no control over that.
Aiden. No. Listen, it's all part of the game. Listen, I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate it. It's fine. I'm gonna be looking for the high schoolers rolling up, okay, with their pistols or whatever. That's cool. I'm just saying you can't call me a 50 times, get mad when I make one Wilson joke, then have your community try to dox me for 2 hours, posting pictures of my family, and then sit here and cry, and then say like a cry bull. Or you don't have to get some control of your life, okay? Jesus Christ. But anyway, have fun. I love you guys, okay? Now I'm going for real. Peace out.
You both...
Hold up.
Right.
Let me talk on this.
I can't control that, by the way.
I don't need you guys to link every single video that somebody makes about me, please.
Holy shit. Mo, Destiny roasted the
13 and a half minutes.
living shit out of you.
When?
Today.
What? Why?
He read your tweet.
No, he didn't.
That he didn't care about what you thought about religion. No, he did like the ultra feminine, like cuck snide shit.
The feminine cuck. When this guy's an actual cuck. I can't believe he said that.
Anything Destiny says doesn't bother me at all. People like him will always try to look smarter than they really are. I call him a cuck first. He can call me a cuck. That's fair game.
Hey, Mo didn't shit talk to you. He just said he doesn't care about your take. That's like
right through it. I'm not here to judge him or his beliefs though. That's so stupid. Like yeah, Mo's like a fat loser that scammed his audience, but I'm not here to judge him. Like, why would you say something like that? It's so dumb. I can't. It drives me crazy.
It's literally
like ultra feminine.
It's nothing. No, but it's nothing like he
shit talk on Twitter, but don't say shit or even laugh at Twitter.
That's not even shit talk on Twitter.
Such pussy. I don't like this thing. I don't let people do this to me anymore privately either. Okay, one of the big reasons my relationship with Melina ended. No more of this like people shit talking and pretending they don't know they're doing it. I hate it when people do this. It is such a pussy bitch thing to do when you're obviously shit talking and then you pretend like you don't know. If you are truly that clueless, then get a full-time caretaker. Get somebody to watch you every day, okay? Power of attorney, sign your rights away over to somebody else. Don't be like, oh, I wasn't shit turning. I all I said was that like obviously you're like people can see through your fake intelligence. That's not shit turning. Like why? Like just own it. God, just own it. Just own it, dude. Jesus. Baby, I can't deal with it. God, I do it. Oh God, it drives me crazy. At least not for like not on scuffed. Like I understand like
maybe when I told him when I said something about he thinks he's smarter than he really is, that probably is what he considered shit talk.
No, not just that. He thinks he's smarter than he is and people see right through it. Like first of all, what did we even say on Scuff that was like some huge like intellectual debate? Like what do we even like?
I don't know. That's the most I could think about right there. I said he thinks he's smarter than he is, which I truly believe that. I do have Clash battles, I think. Who cares, bro? Wait, I have 1,000 on Clash, so no one's here.
Why not like say something on the show then? Why not contradict a single opinion that I give? Yeah, the problem too is that what they're all pretending is like they just want like Aiden's clout, and that's all they're like hanging off of. So they like find these weird ways to rationalize or justify. And also like, why not just say this? Here's a perfectly acceptable thing that Mo could say. Like, oh, Destiny arrested me? Well, listen, Destiny, okay? Yeah, I did shit talk him. Destiny. Like, oh, okay, that's fair. At least you're like on the same level. But when you do all this like, well, you know, I wasn't shit talking and I don't blah, like, bro, come on.
Is this train even here, dude?
He'll be back.
Dusty, I don't think he cares that much, but that tweet is pure virtue signal from him. Well, then just say that too. Say like, listen, people on Twitter are on my back. I don't know. Live by the virtue signal, die by the virtue signal. If you're just like virtue signaling to people, of course I'm going to crucify you on your stupid tweet. If you're throwing me under the bus to do it.
I think he's mad that you didn't rebuttal and then went and tweeted about it. That's what he's mad about.
Not a rebuttal. There was nothing to rebuttal to. It was him and Adin Ross were in a fight, and then Adin Ross brought up that his friend is Muslim, and then he called his Muslim friend a suicide bomber. This has nothing to do with like me.
Yeah, and then you giggled and laughed like a little schoolgirl. If you really were offended by that, why not say something on the show?
Just someone in
the
room.
You didn't laugh at it and then you tweeted at it later.
It's not that I didn't laugh at it. I'm
or you
just
laughed at it.
No, I wasn't laughing. I was just in a high.
Oh, who's his? Oh, okay. He's got friends here that are recounting what actually happened. That's nice.
Someone in the
but you
room.
didn't laugh at it and then you tweeted at it later.
It's not that I didn't laugh at it. I'm
or you
just
laughed at it.
No, I wasn't laughing. I was
later.
just in a high zone, and I was just laughing that like the role might such a stupid thing to say. Like it doesn't. It's like me saying
I know why you laughed.
Can't drive. It's like saying stupid shit like you know what I mean, or like saying like a black person can't swim.
You don't gotta go start saying shit like.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but he's saying that you went and tweeted about it instead of saying it to his face. That's what he's mad about.
No, I only tweeted about it is because first off, I didn't think of it at all. But then when I saw a lot of people online saying I should have said something or I should have.
There we go. Okay, so at least like the half truth comes out. I didn't give a fuck about it, which is fair also, by the way. And also, if you want to say like, oh, it's just like a whatever Muslim joke or whatever, that's fair too. It's not like this is not highbrow humor with Adin Ross. Okay, his brows don't go that high. Okay, like that's fair too. But I was like, well, I saw people on Twitter complaining, so then I had to go on virtues. I'm like, bro, come on.
When he said that, I realized, oh shit, a lot of people think that I care enough to say something about something so stupid being said. So I wanted to clear the air that I don't care what he says because he does it like his. It's like I don't watch him. I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
if you don't care what I say, then why are you drawn to tweet about it? Like, then just ignore the tweets because, like you said, who cares?
His point of view is almost always opposite of mine. So it's like someone I don't even consider even being able to reason with. So I don't even care.
Bro, don't respond. That was some pretty shit.
One should not cast pearls on swine. Just ignore it. Move on.
Not that big of a deal.
At least they trample under. What?
I say it's not even that big of a deal. Oh.
I'm just saying. That's why I say don't cast pearls. Just ignore it. Okay, who gives a shit?
Oh, he's
who the fuck keeps adding me on Steam? I'm gonna fucking block you. Sorry.
Damn, bro, you have some crazy in you, bro, huh?
You fucking block him?
Chicken nuggets, cardigan, backyard again. Thanks, buddy.
Am I still too loud or?
No, you're fine.
All right, done.
That's crazy, dude. You know what's crazy? I saw
they don't like you, bro.
No, but everyone on Reddit, like that Destiny versus Adin Ross thing. Everyone on Reddit was on Destiny's side. Did you see that?
Yeah, because his whole community was doxing my family, and he called me the F word like 20 times in a row because he became unhinged. How are you ever, not trying to myself, but how are you ever siding with Adin in that conflict? What the fuck?
Adin Ross said a lot of crazy shit too.
Yeah, but so did
said a lot of crazy shit.
Which side would you say you were if you had to side with some side?
I wouldn't side with either of them, dude.
I'm just saying, like, but you could see both points.
Oh my god, holy shit! How does he even have time to like stream between all the cum slurping he does for Adin? Are you serious?
See, what do you mean, see both points?
Like what side?
One guy like insulted all the religions. The other guy was calling him the F word over and over. Why would I ever take any side?
No, but here's what I think. Adin Ross came at Destiny, and then Destiny has Adin Ross's like friend for some reason. Does that make sense?
I didn't even go for Adin Ross's friend. I was making fun of Adin Ross for being a fake Muslim or fake. I don't even know what the says he is. I don't think he knows what he is.
Wait, Destiny, I don't even know what he did.
He just said like he said something
insulted the audience.
Yeah,
like doxing him and shit.
Before that, he said something about like.
I didn't watch the whole argument.
Yeah, he said something like they were going at each other, and then when Adin Ross mentioned that he's been into a mosque because of a friend, he said the suicide bomber jokes. It's like, and I guess Adin Ross got more mad about that, and then started saying the F word and shit a lot. But before that, it was like that's what I think. I think like I don't know. Destiny started, but I don't know why that was the thing that made Adin Ross so mad. Was a joke about his friend. Like he shouldn't just brush that one off like he brushed everything else off. Because before that, all Destiny had on Adin was like your viewers are bots or your viewers are young and stupid. Your viewers are
probably
retarded.
The reason why he didn't brush it off, though. Hold on a second. Probably the reason why he didn't brush it off is probably his friend told him about the shit that he gets for being Muslim, and he probably
maybe that's why he got offended. I get that, but like I don't know him well enough to know how he is as a person. So, but the fact that like that Destiny's best argument was that you view bot or that your viewers are like. Well, you know what I mean? And then all the ammunition that like Adin Ross had about his you know him literally being a literal cuck. You know that's just like don't start. Shit.
All the ammunition of calling him a everybody in the internet's done for 10 years. Like, wow, so much ammunition. Like, he had so much ammunition on me that he got salty and was curled up in a corner crying for an hour where he wouldn't say a single thing. And he had to start tweeting about like, I've been advised not to speak.
Shit, and then Destiny comes back to like the doxing shit. That's stupid as hell from Adin Ross's viewers. That's for sure wrong.
Nobody should get doxed. Anybody who doxes someone is a fucking fuck.
But it's like Destiny's viewers would literally do the exact same thing to someone if it was shoes on the other foot.
Okay, I'm over it.
Dox people?
Yes, I think they would 100%. Yeah. I got fucking my first Twitch ban ever was because of Destiny's viewers for no fucking reason. I never spoke about this. I didn't do anything. They just attacked my channel because I said the F word.
How did you get banned?
Because Destiny got banned for the F word or something, right? But before there was no rule that said like nothing was clear about that issue. But they banned him, so he was complaining that it's not fair. Other people say it, and then his fucking viewers went in and spam reported me that I said it in like a month-old VOD or 2-month-old VOD. And because of that VOD, I got banned for a month, 30 entire days, because the process of appealing was different back then. It was stupid as hell. So I literally, it took 30 fucking days until I got it unbanned, bro. And that really like hurt my fucking Twitch channel.
I don't know what he's trying to say, that I intentionally directed my fans to report him. I actually apologized to him because I thought it was possible that me bringing up might have gotten him reported. But what I had said was, did any of this actually happen? So what happened was, way back in the day, maybe 5 years ago? I think 5 years ago, because I think I was living in Glendale when this happened, I think. Nobody got banned on Twitch for using the F-slur. Nobody, you just didn't. That wasn't a bannable offense on Twitch. And then one day, for whatever reason, I got banned for it. I was the first person on Twitch to get banned for the F-slur. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that they are banning for this now. I got real mad in a League of Legends game, okay? And yeah, I had no idea they got banned for this. And then as I was going through like Twitch stuff, I was like, I swear to God, I've heard like other people are saying the F-slur and nobody gets in trouble. I think we went through some of Soda Pop and stuff where he calls people like autistic, or his like stream titles like autistic kid. I'm like, this is hate speech. And then one of Mo's things came up. I was like, look, Mo says the F-slur, like what the fuck? This is hate speech. Like how the fuck I am the only one on Twitch that got dinged for the F-slur. I didn't even know that. And then after I said that, then Mo got banned for it. I don't know if like it was because of my people reported him or because my clips were going on LSF like viral and then people reported him from there, or if Twitch just saw it on LSF and they banned it, because Twitch does do a lot of bans from LSF. But yeah, I was never like telling my audience like, go report Mo because he said it too. I was just like, everyone says the word on this platform, like how the I getting banned for it. And then, but I shouldn't have even done it, I guess, but I even apologized to Mo like a month later. I was like, bro, I think you got hit because I pointed out that people like you said the F-slur and didn't get in trouble. And I think after I said that, then Twitch banned you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, to say that we like brigaded him and we're like going after him or some shit, though, that's not really what happened. But
time back then, big time. I never got a warning. I never got anything. I just got banned, and it was all because his stupid fucking viewers thought it was unfair that he got banned, so they had to like find an old VOD of me saying it. Even though when I said it at that time, it wasn't. There was no rules against it, and if there were any warnings to say, okay, we've updated RTOS to not show this, it would have been different. Wait, what's this?
Okay.
Actually, Mo himself just tweeted like yesterday that he was, or I think it was even today, that he was going to stop saying that word. So like, I know there are people that still actively listen on Twitch. I had no idea that I could catch an active ban for it. A lot of people are under this delusion that like I literally can't control anything that I say. That like,
oh yeah, because people are like, oh yeah, like yeah, oh yeah. I don't even know if we actually went and looked at a video of Mo saying it. I think we just saw his tweet. Yeah, I think we just saw Mo's tweet. We didn't even look at a video of him. And he just like assumes that like we all went and spam reported it. There might have been some people that did, to be fair, because I brought attention to it. Or when it went on LSF, maybe some people did, which brought attention to it. Or Twitch just saw it and they banned him to be whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Israel versus Palestine conflict. Oh, I remember this tweet. Could be stopped if the people in these countries turn to science instead of religion. Israel and Palestine need to study John Lennon's Imagine.
How do you feel that everyone stood around on Keeper Kick where you're getting called the F-slur?
Never mind. Now you made me grumpy. Here, the issue that I have is that I feel like there's a certain sector of people on the internet that accuse like Twitch streamers of like doing fake shit for clout and like befriending certain people for clout, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it happens just as much on the other end, but for some reason I don't recognize it. And then when I'm a person who actually doesn't do it, and then I've got to stand in front of other people that say that they don't do it, it like my head up and it drives me crazy. I hate that.
Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that?
As in, like, it feels like there's always accusations against like the Hassans and the Pokies that they like are like, oh, these guys are fake, so they just do clout friends and blah 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 blah. But I feel like if you get a sufficiently clouded person, you put them in front of anybody, everybody sucks up, and it's very irritating sometimes. And like I've taken like a lot of career hits by not sucking up to people, and I've missed out on a lot of career opportunities by not sucking up to people. So when I'm next to other people, like, oh yeah, I don't do this either, and then I watch them do it, I'm like, this is very aggravating.
God,
yeah, I don't know. It's irritates the
But do you think
fuck out of me.
someone like XUC is like sitting there trying to suck up to Adin Ross?
XUC isn't. He probably just has no idea what happened. That'd be my guess. When he came in, he didn't know the backstory on anything. I don't know what his position would be otherwise, but I think X is generally more fair than most. But the Mo shit and the train shit drives me crazy. That drives me insane. Yeah, I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, I say as I suck up to the clout god, Mr. Moon. Yes.
God, I could have been such a clout goblin too. That's the thing. I was in the primo spot.
The RP server, the Amoga stuff.
the Amogus stuff. I could have ditched you for Hassan like 50 times.
You should have done that. You and Dan could have been Hassan's orbiters. Imagine how great that would have been.
I could have been a millionaire right now. But I just, I truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean I couldn't suck clout off Hassan? If I wanted to, I could have. I was like on Hassan's stream when he was a fucking nobody.
Ooh.
I was in a
D&D campaign
with him and all, and then I canceled it because I just wasn't having fun. I'm a fucking Giga Chad.
The fuck is this? Taylor Swift can now buy Kanye West and still have 700 million left for herself. That's a really weird way of phrasing that, but okay.
Problem.
Oh, speaking of burning bridges, you were basically saying that a lot of the Twitch people on the right who call out the lefty YouTubers they're basically clout chasers too, right?
Yeah, I think everybody, a lot of people are.
The reason why nobody said anything to Adin when he was going off about your family or any of that other stuff was because they were clout hungry.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you feel about Keeper Kick, Abba?
I don't watch that shit.
Wow.
Me either. Am I right, chat? Type 1 if you don't watch that shit.
Is it even watchable? I feel like I think I saw one funny clip come out of it when Low Tier God was on it, and then I tried tuning in the next time, and I'm like, this is unwatchable. I have no idea how there's like you're maintaining viewership during this shit.
He's jealous. He just wishes he could have a show like Kick or Keep.
Oh, did he not get invited? Is that why he's mad?
Nope. Q says no. No Abba.
No Abba?
Yeah, I'm devastated. I wish I could sit there with a bunch of other degenerates and be like, Israel and Palestine.
We can all hear how mad you are. Just say smiley face out loud. We know that's what you're trying to do in real life.
Wouldn't it mean I have to like make a Kick account, or do you guys do everything through Discord?
We can figure it all out, okay? But don't even bother, all right?
It's okay. How long is this gonna last before you fire Q or replace him with somebody more competent?
I've been waiting a while, Abba.
Q's my star employee right now.
Okay? I just feel like you're just throwing water into the, throwing money into the trash. Yeah. Essentially.
Someone said it was 5K a week. Is that true?
Yeah, sounds like about right. Yeah, a 2 million or what was it?
It's closer to what he gets a month, but considering the conversion rate from American dollars to whatever currency they have in
He
Somalia,
might as well be a fucking millionaire there. Yeah.
That's it.
Jesus. Hold on,
this guy single-handedly supporting Somali piracy and doesn't even care.
Guy's the richest fucking man in Somalia.
Yeah, they just made a new baron. Part-time Somali warlord, part-time Kick or Keep host.
Makes more money being a Kick or Keep host.
Hey, listen. I'm just glad Destiny just finally said it. He's going after the big boys now. He called them all
cloud hungry sharks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You know what's funny is you could hear the Destiny's voice, but he's already put like a timeline on ending Keep or Kick in his head, and he just hasn't announced it to anybody. Like you just hear in his voice, he like doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, is that what you do with your YouTube channel, Abba? Are you gonna retire on us soon?
That's it. I've already got a timeline on it. I'm about to siphon, but I'm actually making real money. You're just throwing money to a Somali warlord, so like you're taking the L.
It's called supporting minorities. Okay, you should try it sometime.
Yeah. No, I think I'd rather do it the Cenk way and just send special forces in for a Black Hawk Down experience.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you going Jesus Christ as if you didn't say that last night?
I would never make jokes like that, okay? That sounds incredibly
by
insensitive.
The end of it, you know what's so funny watching that fucking that debate? By the end of it, I could tell your civility had gone out the window, and you started just laughing and cracking jokes, and I was like, oh, he's definitely going the spite route.
Well, he kept doing first of all, I ended actually on a very nice note. But secondly, he kept doing the straw man voice of me. But I was making better arguments than him. So he just thought he could just straw man voice away all my arguments. Like, bro, you're the one here saying send in special forces because 2,000 pounds is like too fat for a bomb. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not even making real arguments.
Will you do the straw man voice for us?
I can't.
Oh, you just want to drop bombs and pretend it's an accident. We weren't meaning to. We knocked on your phone and we let you know. And then we dropped a bomb and killed your whole family. It's just an accident, guys. It's not real.
True.
Is that pretty close?
That is pretty close, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I tried it. I've been practicing. Ever since I heard Destiny talk about the Cheese Man, I've been obsessed. I've been Googling Cheese Man.
I tried to make a joke about like it's so...
Like a joke. But I don't think it was a joke.
Because he was talking about how like we should just give peace to all the Palestinians and then they'll be good. And I was like, I think we tried that in World War II with, I don't know, I think it was called like a cheese man or some shit. Because it's like, the joke is like, obviously we tried to appease them and it failed. You don't appease terrorists. But apparently that joke was too hard to understand. I need a better word that sounds similar to appeasement, I guess.
The cheese man. This guy's legendary, dude.
Any takeaways from last night's debate? Did you enjoy doing it?
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
super.
I enjoy every debate that I do. I always learn something.
I found my rhetoric was decently good, and I feel super informed on this topic. So now it's a lot of fun to navigate the arguments because I feel like I know it from a lot of different angles.
Am I crazy, or the more a debate goes on, or like if you get frustrated, the faster you speak? I don't think I've ever said anything about how quickly you speak, but towards the end, like you was rattling that shit off.
I think it's because I have a really high command of the information, so I don't have to search my brain as much. Like once I start talking about certain things, like it just kind of like comes out as like a prepared, like I know like Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and I can talk about like, oh, like these particular historical facts, like they all just kind of come out as like chunks of information. I don't have to think about it as much.
Yeah.
I think I was probably talking even maybe a little bit too fast, but I also just get really paranoid that like, because the moderator did a really good job for the most part, not for the most part, for the entire part. He did a really good job, but I was getting a little bit worried sometimes when he would cut me off. He's like, oh, let's hit him respond to this or whatever. And it's like, hold on, I wrote like 7 things down. I got through 3 of them. I'm responding to every single point.
And you said you don't want to do the whole point by point thing, or is it because the other person never does, so you don't want to do it either?
I would, but yeah, the other person will just take it as an opportunity to ramble.
Okay, so here's a different question. Did you feel like Chang made any arguments that you found were slightly interesting, or that you weren't able to rebut properly?
No,
not a single one.
No, nothing.
Gotcha. What would you rate his performance?
I think as good as any like pro-Palestinian. He's not completely clueless on everything. I just think it's hard to defend that perspective, and it's like a very ideologically driven one.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all my questions for today. Oh wait, are you going to join the Scuff podcast soon to confront everybody about being clout chasers? Or
No, I'm just gonna do my own thing. That's what I do. I'm a sick.
You know these clips are going to end up on LSF, so why not just attack it head on?
Yeah, why not go in there?
Because I feel like if I get invited again, I feel like Train's not going to invite all the people now that I've like fought with, or he's just going to invite them and tell me to join the next one, and it's just going to be. I just like these types of games. I've already said everything I need to say. Like, why would I go on the show to confront them directly? And then even if I go on and confront them directly, like they might just be like, oh yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said blah blah blah, and then it's like whatever. And it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of this? I don't know.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like, and this is probably the only thing I didn't like from the whole thing, was just when you made that joke, and then he started calling you the F slur, and then they start throat clutching over the Muslim joke. I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys, this is what you guys are like terrified of, like him making like a suicide, but you don't give the other shit.
Oh no, I figured this out. I figured this out the other day. Okay. You know how on the left, you know how like the trans stuff is like you can't say anything about it. Like when somebody's like trans morphed up, the armor protects you from every insult. On the right, they've discovered that it's Islam. Like as soon as you've like basically equipped your Islam armor, like you can't make fun of the religion. You've got to respect all these tenets. Even though these guys have like literally never cracked open a Quran in their life. Like you could literally like this would be so funny. Like put Sneako and Adin Ross like in a room and then give them 2 Torahs and like tell them like, hey, I want you to spend 10 minutes to find Muhammad. Do you think you can do it? And I bet they'd both agree, and they'd be like be flipping through it for like 30 minutes. I have no idea what's going on. I hate these people. Oh, it's so fake.
It's worse from them though.
Yeah, it is.
It's worse.
Yeah,
it's worse because you guys are like free speech. Don't limit anything anybody says. Jokes are okay. Laugh about whatever you want. Then you make a Muslim joke, and then they lose it. I'm like, yo, you guys are pussies for that.
But it's not even that they're virtue signaling, I think, that much, or it kind of is, but it's more that they're just afraid of their Muslim audiences because they know that they'll get super mad if they don't say anything.
Do these people even have huge Muslim audiences? I don't think that's true.
Yeah, because they cater and they pander to them like crazy. And Muslims are some of the most saddest online in terms of celebrity worship. Bro, if you put you can take some dude who can pull his dick out of the most like evil, satanic, like trans horse, devil worshipping animal. They'll pull the dick out, okay? They'll wipe it off with a washcloth made of money that they earned through like gambling and prostitution revenue, and they'll have 5,000 followers on Twitter and say, I'm converting to Islam, and every Muslim online will be like, oh, Akbar, oh, you converted, we love this guy now. Like it is actually the amount of like insecure, desperate, loser Muslims online that do this celebrity idol worship shit for like Andrew Tate, who still runs all of his cam businesses, by the way, is so pathetic. And it's even more pathetic because they made fun of Christians for being pathetic. Like, you guys don't defend your religion. Okay, well, you don't even have one anymore. It's literally like a religion of TikTok celebrity worship, or at least in the circles that I see. Maybe it's not like the whole like online Muslim world, but like the fact that Tate got so much acceptance in that world when he made a career out of doing like the most haram shit in the world and continues to do so is unbelievable, dude. It's unreal. Holy shit. Ugh. Yeah. Crazy.
I understand what you're saying in regards to catering to that audience for people like Adin, because I think he definitely panders to that shit a lot.
Because he picked up a lot from Tate.
People, you think the rest of the guys who are pearl clutching in there were also trying to cater to a Muslim audience? Like I didn't imagine Tifu or any of the other guys really think about Islam like that.
I think it was more to cater to Adin Ross.
Really? You thought they got offended by that joke for Adin?
They didn't get offended by it. They just wanted to like defend Adin.
I honestly think that online and just in general, I just think there's a lot of red tape about saying stuff about Muslims in general.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it too. But like these guys shouldn't feel that pressure, right? They're not like progressive cucks or anything, right?
Yeah, even though they're not progressive cucks, even in right areas, I just think generally making fun of religion is just not well seen, even for the most free speech type of people.
Nah. So if you started shitting on Jews or Christians, everybody in that call would have started. If I would have made like a priest rape joke, or if I would have made some joke about the Jews running the world and we need to avenge Kanye West or some shit, everybody would have been laughing.
Yeah, but the Jews is different because everybody hates Jews, right?
So okay, sure, but what about Christians? I can make fun of Christians and they'd probably be fine
Christians,
with that.
Yes, you can, to a degree. Like if you wanted to make fun about Jesus or whatever, it's been socially acceptable to do so. But there's a certain threshold you pass where making fun of people's religion, bar Judaism, becomes too much for people on the right. So for example, right-wing absolutists will talk about free speech, but if you start going off and you have a whole stand-up special just making fun of Jesus or whatever it is, a lot of them will get very upset. They're like, look how these people are constantly trying to clown Christianity, whatever it is. They do get upset at that kind of stuff. And
yeah, but that's because people on the right.
It's especially true, even more so. It's like it's a lower threshold for how much you can say about Islam before guys lose it and they don't accept it on the right.
Sure, I understand the argument you're making. I think the more prescient argument is I think people don't actually have principles of like free speech. When conservatives say they want freedom of speech, what they really mean is I just want the freedom to bully the people that I want to bully without getting in trouble for it. When conservatives say I want free speech, what they're really saying is I want to be able to make fun of gay people and trans people. That's all they're saying. Because when we look at real important protections for freedom of speech, like for instance, freedom of the press, and when Donald Trump says I want to open up libel laws so I can sue every one of these outlets that are making fun of me. Or when Donald Trump himself was submitting takedowns to Twitter for journalists that were calling him an asshole, every conservative was silent on that. So conservatives don't give a freedom of speech. They just want the freedom to bully the people that they're not allowed to bully right now without getting canceled for it. That's all they mean when they say it.
I agree. I think also the other part that makes the Muslim stuff also inaccessible is like if you say anything about Muslims, like the amount of hatred and threats you get is substantially higher than any other group.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Red tape around that.
Yeah, I've been like, posting a couple of those online. Jesus.
I think I've mentioned like maybe 2 or 3 times in my entire like online career that I'm not Muslim anymore. I still get messages from people who lose it. Like, and I'm like, bro, I think the religion's fine. It's for people. It's just not for me. Keep it pushing. Go do your thing. You guys are acting like I'm always hating on the. Or I've made it my career. They're like, why would you mention it at all? I'm like, yo, kill yourself. I don't give a. I'll mention it again. I did this. I made one joke about it, and the amount of messages I got was absurd. And I've never had that kind of response to anything else I've ever done, except for that topic. And it wasn't like I was mad disrespectful or anything like that. So I think that's also part of the reason why a lot of people are very reluctant to say anything about Islam in particular.
Yeah. Also, there's like a special sensitivity spot for ex-Muslims. Like, I don't think you ever admit that online that like I used to be Muslim. You're better off just saying like I don't like Islam. But admitting you're ex-Muslim, even if you're nice about it, will always guarantee you like a certain amount of hate.
Yeah, they'd be like death to apostates, all this other stuff. I've seen it all. It is always crazy to me whenever I get that kind of response. It's just like people I don't know just found out I wasn't interested anymore. Didn't say anything defamatory, and they're like, "I hope your whole family dies for your sin." I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, Jesus, cringe. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope we get past this era. I mean, with the Tates falling off and then the red pill slowly falling off, hopefully we leave the Islam is based arc on the internet soon, but we'll see.
You think so? I think it's only getting started.
I mean, a lot of it came with Tate. A lot of it came with the red pillars. I think as that starts to subside, the American political system in the West isn't going to support it. It was just the younger people, and now that they've lost like some of their big like Islamic guiders, I don't know. I have a hard time believing it. But who knows? I could be wrong.
I think all the IRL streamers are very careful. IRL streamers are also hilarious to me because they'll make fun of everything, priest or whatever. They will never touch Islam. The guys who are like the most flagrant, talking about like I'll slap up with Donald Trump or whatever it might be. These people are very terrified. I think a huge segment. Am I crazy? Is there a lot of Muslim viewers on Kick? I feel like there is, just because every time I see these IRL streamers talking about Islam positively, like there's always a bunch of people who be like W Islam in the chat or whatever.
It's hard to say because the Muslims that are there are probably really loud. Like the ones that show up online, like the Muslim community online is like very vocal. Like they're very much into, is it called proselytizing? Is that a real word? Yeah. They're very much into that. Whereas like, I don't think Christians care that much. And Jewish people, the only people they try to convert are other Jews that don't go to synagogue or temple as much or whatever. So yeah, the Muslims online are like hardcore into, they're like the new age, like Christian apologetics and everything too. Like I noticed that when I debated with that Daniel Hiki, whatever the guy that defends 9-year-olds, when I debated with that guy, I got a bunch of weird comments on my YouTube and I started following some of these and I didn't realize there's like a whole online debate world of Muslims that talk about like the scientific validity of the Quran and shit. There's like that whole world of them, trying to like...
You get familiar with the Dawas?
Familiar with the what?
The Dawas.
Oh, I don't even know what the that is.
The Ali Dawas, all these other people.
Oh, I think I've heard that name before, I think. Yeah. I think. Is that a name?
Yeah.
And then like Daniel, Muhammad Hijab, and like there's a couple of these guys that are all like, the well-known debater people. Yeah.
I don't know how accurate this is, but I've heard that a lot of the royalties from the UAE and different parts of the Gulf are very interested in like the online world. They have a huge social media presence, like it's really important to them, and a lot of them do associate with the take types and stuff like that. So I think for them, a lot of stuff that's like positive in terms of like the perception of Islam, in terms of like celebrity recognition, really lends well to them. So actually, a lot of celebrities, even if their personal views are like completely counterintuitive to, certain values of the Gulf or things like that, will still associate heavily with these groups for financial gain, because there's a lot of money being thrown at these people. And Tate is like a good example of that. Yeah. I think once he was the biggest person in the world, there's a lot of people who saw that as positive press for the Gulf itself. Yeah. And the image that they're trying to create.
That's why I said they do all the celebrity worship shit. They do the celebrity worship because they just want to advertise the religion. Yeah.
So a lot of the Muslim like guys who do a lot of the debating online, they actually get paid from people from like, beneficiaries in the Gulf. And so there's a huge amount of money going into it in terms of like profitability. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know as much about who gets paid or whatever, but yeah.
Hey, listen, it's not just IG models who get flown out to
trust me, I know there were StarCraft players that did too. Yeah. Just lonely princes or whatever that want friends. And
you're using Sports League. They have a whole bunch of sports league. You saw what happened with golf?
I did not know.
Oh yeah.
Do you know about it, Moon?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now, but they merged with like the PGA Tour. It's called sports washing.
It is crazy. This is actually one of the funniest stories. If I remember correctly, I might be having it a little bit wrong, but essentially a bunch of golfers were going to sign with a different league. They were no longer going to be with the PGA Tour, which is like the most prestigious league, and they were going to sign with a Saudi-based league. I think it's called Live Golf or something. Yep. So these individual golfers were going to sign these deals, and then the PGA lost it. Okay, they started clutching. How dare you guys? This is against our principles. These people are wrong. Whatever it is. So there's a huge amount of backlash of it. So the golfers decided to step away and not go through with the deal. Then the PGA, if I remember correctly, the PGA ended up signing with the same people, and I think they created something. Did I get the order right?
The PGA, now signed with Live, and they're like, I don't know 100%, but they're like working together, or maybe the Live bought the PGA. I can't exactly tell you, but and the people who stayed loyal to the PGA got royally because the people who went to Live got huge like contracts and huge buyouts, and all the people who were quote unquote loyal to the PGA just kind of got.
Yeah, someone said it's not official, but I think there's a legal battle going on where I think somebody's trying to break it up for monopoly purposes or something along those lines, or antitrust, something like that. But yeah, essentially the golfers just spending insane amounts of money to bring a bunch of sports league, esports, all these different things over there.
Hey, they're buying like football teams, like soccer, as well and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been bringing in the biggest stars over the last 2 years. They got Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, all the biggest football stars are now transferring over to the Saudi league.
Messi, but I think Messi wanted an expansion team here. But whatever.
No, he went to Miami, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's just because he wanted like the guaranteed expansion team, so he can have his own team here.
Possible, yeah. I ended up going to I was there for F1 weekend. I was in the Emirates. I ended up having somebody who worked for the airline like get me like a business flight, so I'm very grateful. And I decided to go check it out. I'd never been. I was really shocked by how many celebrities I ended up seeing on the flight for the F1 weekend. And I knew a lot of these people from the online world, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, actually, I want to ask you this, Destiny. Do you think there's anything weird about people who have very strong political opinions that don't align with the Gulf, going out there for leisure or for helping promoting big events that happen in the Gulf?
There's like a really nuanced take that you can give on this that I had somebody give to me once. I think it depends on how you approach it. So, have you ever heard of a guy called Red Eye that used to do esports a long time ago?
No.
I feel like I did.
Yeah, Red Eye. Paul, I think was his name. Maybe. We had a conversation on this, I think, like 10 years ago. I think it had to do with whether or not the Olympics should be in Russia or the Winter Olympics being in Russia or something, over not having gay people there or something. And I think at the time, the argument that I had made was that, like, I feel like if people strongly support these issues, that they should pull out. They shouldn't be involved in these countries so that pressure happens and causes people to change and blah, blah, blah. And his counter argument was, he said that rather than disengaging completely from these types of places, something that's more impactful is to run the events and go there, but while you're there, use that as an opportunity to speak out against the injustices you see. You get more platforming for it, more eyes get on it, people that are in the area now have to contend with it because you're in their country saying something. And he said that that was a more impactful way of changing people's minds in those areas rather than just like disengaging completely. So I would say that like participating in countries that do stuff like that, I don't think it's necessarily bad as long as you're speaking out against it. But if you go there to like simp for it and you pretend that nothing's happening and you don't say anything, then you're just like, you're collecting a paycheck, which is also fine, but just don't pretend like you've got strong values or beliefs on it, and certainly don't say it afterwards. Like clearly you're just like doing what you can for the money. Just be honest about it.
Didn't the Botez sisters do that shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of money they're throwing at these chess people, like I'd probably bend over to. Pause.
Yeah.
they're paying for this silence with a lot of money.
Yeah, they're not throwing them 10 grand. Like,
yeah, none of the people are going over there and being like, we don't support this up. They know when they go over there and they're getting paid, they shut the fuck up about any of these social issues and they go through with it.
I mean, I don't. If like we get so much money doing this shit, like, do you really need the extra money? I don't know.
Hey man, you used to see some of these paychecks.
Yeah, I guess, but like I'm trying to think, like if I got paid like $10 million, like at this point my life's not changing. Like, am I really gonna? I probably would for $10 million. Actually, never mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
you know what?
Also,
listen,
like, let's say before
are you not gonna do a debate with one of these like Muslim debaters in that country for $10 million? You would do it. Come on, don't lie.
Maybe, yeah.
And their whole thing is just don't say anything bad about the country, and that's it. Like,
I think it would depend. I don't know. If you weren't making as much money though, I could definitely understand people like taking buyouts. If you're like a pro chess player and you get paid like $20,000 a year for your tournaments, I could see them be like, oh, $500,000, fuck it, yeah.
Well, I also think the thing is, like, even if you're a streamer like Botez sisters, right? You don't know how long you're gonna be a fucking streamer.
They should be set for life. Those two should be.
At this point, probably now. Yeah.
Back when they went, they were probably set for life.
Yeah.
They were.
I will say
they've only been around for like a year maximum.
Wait, what? Haven't the Botez sisters been around for like 4 or 5 years?
I know, but when they went to like Saudi Arabia, I thought it was like a year or two into their career, which isn't going to set you up for life.
I thought it was like 2 years past them like exploding.
So you think they made like what, $5 million in like 2 years?
It's possible. Their streams had 20.
They take a ton of sponsorships.
They did a ton of sponsors. Their streams had 20,000 plus concurrent viewers. Their YouTube channel videos were explosive.
5 million in 2 years doing that? I don't know. I could see like 1 million easily, but now we're talking split between 2 people.
Botez YouTube.
I think we gotta do it.
Was it Botez Live? Is this where they posted videos?
It was just another. Because
like Alexandria would go and like play people in New York, like Central Park and shit. I think every single one of these videos it was like 1 million views plus easy. Yeah, at their height here, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I could be. This 85 million views at this height, did this include YouTube Shorts, or was this just on ordinary length videos? 33 million?
That was definitely Shorts. That's
you sure?
Be Shorts. That coincides perfectly with when Shorts started.
It might have been, yeah. Let me check popular. Oh yeah, bro. Oh my god. Like these are like printing money. I played Chess Hustlers in Union Square. 18 million views, 16 million views, 11 million views, 9 million views. These are all 10-minute videos around.
Okay, so they have the ads on.
Mm-hmm. 5 million, 5 million, 4
million.
million.
Making on like let's say a 10 million view video. Probably, I don't know.
What, for a 10 million view video? You're probably looking at like 100 grand.
At least. Well, depends on how many ads they have in it. But you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
100 grand.
CPM,
yeah.
Like,
and especially like your content here is like very family friendly. I bet the ad inventory you get to draw from is like super high because it's very wholesome and everything. So yeah, like yeah.
But $5 million in 2 years, there's no way that they got that.
Well, how many subs do they have on? How many subs do they carry on Twitch?
Yeah, and these ladies, you know what I mean? They're pretty attractive. I could definitely see them, you know, raking in a lot of that money from donations.
That's true.
And subs, and they did a lot of sponsor stuff. And I think Andrea, doesn't she have a fan's house or whatever, a fan house or whatever?
Does she have like an Amazon wish list? I know I'd be buying some.
Sure. If you told me in 5 years they made 5 million, absolutely, I believe you. Just 2 years at the start of their career, I don't know. That's.
Yeah, they definitely made that much. And they also do a lot of IRL events, so they're getting paid for a lot of these appearances and stuff like that.
The appearances, yeah.
Yeah.
Like currently they're carrying like 3,000 views on their Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anything's possible.
I was gonna say, are you doing you're doing that a little bit later? Okay. For when I went to the UAE, I was really surprised how not like anything I imagined it would be. It really did feel. So you know the UAE's demographics, right?
The demographics? I don't know. Brown people, Muslims, tourists, rich people. What are you asking me?
So it's like 90% not Emirati. So like only like 10% of the population is actually like from there.
Okay. So a lot of tourists or a lot of immigrants?
A lot of it is like workers from like South Asia, so India, Pakistan, places like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. The visa scams and shit.
Yeah, so those are the ones who are basically going there to work and make all the infrastructure. So you'll see a lot of them. They're all construction people. And then the rest of it is just tourists. Like getting an actual Emirati passport is incredibly difficult for people who are not from there.
Yeah.
So everyone's just there kind of temporarily. And Dubai, Abu Dhabi is kind of different. But when you go there, you know what it feels like? It feels like it is a young country, so it kind of makes sense. But it feels like it's a Western project in the Middle East. Like they have a replica of the Louvre over there. They have like, you know how Vegas has the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah. Yes. They have like a fake Eiffel Tower that's smaller, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a lot of similar stuff like that when you go to the Emirates.
Okay.
And so a lot of it feels Western. You're going to see like the idea of seeing like a bunch of Instagram people when you're in Dubai, like, yes, that's real. I remember just seeing an Airbnb and like 50% of them foreigners, and they all look like they had an Instagram with like 10,000 followers. It is a very bizarre place to visit. Nice beaches, very nice beaches. I was really surprised by that in Abu Dhabi, and the food is pretty decent. But there's no sense of like local culture when you're there. Everything feels like it's taken from everywhere else, and I think it makes sense because the country's only like 50 or 60 years old. So
yeah.
But are they even trying to have like a local culture per se, or are they just trying to like bring like tourists and like people to the place? You know.
Yeah, to me, it feels like they're looking long term, and they want to turn the Gulf into an attraction site for people from all over Europe and Asia. And I think it's working, because when I was there were so many Brits, so many Europeans who go down to Abu Dhabi regularly for just vacationing and stuff like that. And so they've really made it like a Western oriented visiting place.
Yeah, a lot of people take jobs there too, because there's no tax. So like if you make $1,000, you make $1,000.
Yeah. So to link this back to everything we said before, that's why I think they crave the public affection of celebrities. That's why Will Smith gets paid like $100,000 to go shoot a YouTube video over there in the largest pool in the world that they have in Dubai or whatever it is. Like they're doing all this stuff because they want to control the perception of it. And all these celebrities, all these online creators who do this stuff, I suspect they probably get cut a check by somebody out there for the positive tourism. They get flown out business class. Like I flew business class with Etihad. I'm gonna be honest with you, the Gulf got the best airlines I've ever seen in the world. Nothing comes close. I was shocked at like what kind of luxury that exists over there. So yeah. If somebody else is not paying, I'll never do it again. But it was insane having like their service is no joke. So I think I understand why they're doing stuff and how effective it is.
Yeah. I've heard that some of the Tokyo Airlines or Japanese airlines are supposed to be really good. Those are the two I think that I see people do YouTube reviews of the most. It's like the Emirati ones and then some Japanese airline or something.
I don't think Japan. I've never heard anything about Japan. I do know that like Singapore is huge.
Wait, it might be Singapore, not Japan. I'm sorry. That might be the one.
Yeah. Yeah, Singapore is huge in terms of like airline supremacy in South Asia. They do a great job. Yeah, if you ever fly business or first class with them, like
I think that the one-way flights for those are like $20,000, aren't they?
Yeah, depending on where you go. If you're going from like Singapore to like London, yeah, you're probably going to pay something like that. But you have to understand, you have like a whole apartment in the sky.
You get like your own room.
Bed. You have like a desk. Yeah. You have somebody who serves you. It's a different way of flying. Like I remember when I was doing the whole business thing, there was literally a lady who'd come by and I could get alcoholic drinks of like cocktails at any point throughout the whole flight, as much as I wanted. Food as much as I wanted throughout the whole flight. There was a lie down bed that like you press a button, the bitch just expands. You had a door that closes. It was insane. It doesn't even feel like you're flying. It's disgusting how luxurious it is.
For you.
I wonder, Destiny, would you ever pay for one of them flights once?
I mean, like, if I wanted, like, the experience and I had somebody else that wanted to, maybe. But the issue is that, like, for that much money, you could have, like, an unbelievably broader experience somewhere else, probably, right? Like, I imagine, like, $20,000 spent in, like, Italy or something over a week would probably be a lot more fun than a $20,000 first-class flight, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell myself, so that's why I can't afford it. Like, imagine the Airbnb you could get. Or like just like the amount of stuff you could buy in terms of food and like luxury stuff versus like 1 20-hour plane ride or 15-hour plane ride. I just can't justify.
You're gonna sleep through half of it.
Yeah. Sleep well though.
That's true, yeah.
Someone else is paying, I'll definitely take it. Weren't you supposed to have a guest over and you wanted to fly first class?
Who said that?
Well, I was talking to somebody, a producer of yours.
Oh, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was kind of wild, but
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Sorry, I think I might have stepped on a landmine.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but there was a guest that we were considering chatting with, and they were like, "Yeah, I can come, but I need like a business class flight," and it would have been like I think it would have been like a $10,000 flight. Like, what? No, this is not happening. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Do you think them asking is a surprise in that like somebody else must be offering this kind of stuff for them right now?
There is no shot anybody else is offering that. I don't believe that.
You don't think institutions would fly out like people who have huge... No? I feel like I don't believe that a lot of these guys fly economy when they're doing a lot of these.
Economy, no, but first class international, there aren't that many people in the world that are commanding like a $50,000 stipend or like a $50,000 paycheck appearance fee. You're talking very few people out there. Like, would people do it for like Jordan Peterson or like a president or like Ben Shapiro? Probably. That's about it though, I think. Like, you're not getting, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I like, yeah, I don't know. Like I command a decent size, but I'm not like, if I ask for a business flight, that's like my entire paycheck. Like that's it. Like they're not going to pay me money on top of that because internationally, business or first class flights can be $5,000 to $10,000. Like how much more are you charging for your appearance fee? Like, would you really get like a $5,000 appearance fee and a first class business flight? Like it'd be so dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't think many people would go for that. But I could be wrong also. I don't know. Domestically, I could see people demanding like a business flight or whatever.
First class flight or whatever.
Yeah.
I think institutions would probably pay that pretty often.
Yeah, maybe, but not
probably
for like random people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There are people like academic scholars and stuff like that, and they're well regarded. I definitely can see them paying for like business class flights and stuff like that because there's probably like a certain image they have to maintain, and then they have the funds through their school system to be able to pay for it. So I'm sure Oxford, whoever it flies out, even if they're not like the biggest following, if they're like a recognized academically, they'd probably pay that amount.
I hope our schools aren't fucking paying people to fly first class. Jesus fuck.
You'd be surprised how like crazy the spending budgets is for a lot of these institutions and how little they care about how they spend the money.
Yeah, I had an appearance that I was doing at a school a while ago, and unfortunately I started telling schools like, I'm sorry, like I love you guys, I like doing appearances here, but I can't do this for free anymore. This is like, it's just I'm traveling 3 times a month. I did for a lot of this year. It's just like way too much. I'm sorry, I can't do this. And then they started offering me appearance fees, and I'm like, listen, I love you guys, but like I'm gonna charge a bit. And they're like, okay, what about $5,000 plus flights and hotel? I'm like, okay, what? Yeah, sure, I can do this. That's fine. And I'm like, and then when I start talking to somebody, she was like, okay, you guys just throw like, you know, like 10 grand or 5 grand around like pretty easily. Like, what are your guys' budgets for this? And I think one of the guys I talked to was like, oh, well, this is like a publicly funded university. Like our particular student union gets a 7-figure budget over like 2 years to run events. Like, what the f? Oh shit.
You could ask for way more.
Yeah, I know. So like in my mind, I was like, yeah, because normally I didn't like to charge students because I'm thinking like, well, like students, I don't want to like cut into their budgets or whatever, but I didn't consider like, I guess it's like, yeah, they're like university orgs. Like, well, fuck, I should be asking these guys.
Yeah, they pay. We had like, I remember somebody paid me $8,000 to do a 30-minute show in a neighboring university. And like, I remember I didn't want to do it, so I just threw out a number, and they're like, sure. And
oh, that's the worst feeling ever. Oh no.
I was like, there's no way. And you know, that was like the last time I did a big show like that. But yeah.
Yeah, they told
$8,000 for 30 minutes.
$8,000 for 30 minutes. Him.
Yeah. No, a lot of these institutions just throw money. They just throw money in the toilet because they have to spend the budget. There's literally people's job who it is to pay people to come out and do this stuff, and they're just filling shit into programming, and it has to be varied. So as long as you don't break any of the rules to get them fired, like they're happy to throw the money at you because like they don't care about where the money goes.